Hey everybody, this is the one and only Big Freedia, the Queen Diva. Welcome to my Mardi Gras Fête. I have just received my craft cocktail kit from Source and I'm excited to see what's inside. Let's have a look. All right. Oh, this is cute. So first they got the Diva with the recipe card. And we're going to make the platinum punch. Okay. I have some rum, fruit punch. Oh, we're going to make them in this. I'm gonna make my girl Gwen a drink. And we got a shot glass. All right, let's get this Source cocktail started, honey. Yeah. Queen Diva back here with my Mardi Gras Fête, and I'm about to bring my girl Gwen in, and we're about to have us a cocktail, a platinum punch to be exact. Hey, Gwen.
Hey, Big Freedia, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm so happy
to see you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
What y'all? I have this platinum punch that I want to try out.
Well, that makes two of us.
Some rum that we gonna do, and then I have a homemade raspberry mint syrup.
Homemade raspberry mint syrup, and this comes in the back package.
Yes, in the package.
Wow.
So I'm gonna use 1 shot of the rum.
Okay.
In each cup.
Are you limited to 1 shot, or could you put more in if you like?
You can put more in if you like. Okay. As many shots as you like. Right. Gonna shake up the little punch.
Okay.
Just depends on how you're feeling that day, you know?
Indeed. Sometimes you need more than 1 shot.
All right, and I'm using 1 shot of the punch as well. And I'm gonna give these a little stir.
Smells good.
It does.
Absolutely.
Smells very fruity, I like it. Platinum punch.
Platinum punch.
Yes, like my new song, Platinum. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's fruity.
That's a lot of flavor.
I like it.
In one little sip.
I love it. I love it.
I have to say I do too.
It tastes good.
Yeah, there were good shots and there were great shots. And this is a great shot.
This is a great shot. A little platinum punch, y'all. Source cocktail. Get your kit. Don't you forget. All right, y'all. I have my platinum punch. Now we're going to check out my new single, Platinum, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Don't tell me about a bad time. You platinum. You platinum. Whoa, watch out. I'ma tell you what it's all about. I told you platinum, 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 platinum. Don't tell me about a bad time. I've been guessing on, I've never seen a red light. Don't tell me about a bad time. Oh, I'm platinum, I'm never gonna flatline. You got shoes, go and glide. You got a roof, set it on fire. If you can move, bust it wide. Don't tell me about a bad time. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky, I'm flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1,000,000. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky, I'm flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1,000,000. I'm platinum. I got my drinks and you know I'm about to back up. I see a bad thing and I'm about to back up, back up. I'm platinum, always so. I ain't finna rock wherever can we go. Platinum, 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 platinum. Blinded with the shine, 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 blinded with the shine. I'm platinum, platinum. Hit the catwalk like you finna vote it. Hit the dance floor like an explosion. Keep that drink right, sipping on that portion. All the bodies moving like the ocean. You got shoes, go and glide. You got a roof, set it on fire. If you can move, bust it wide. Don't tell me about a bad time. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky, I'm flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1,000,000. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky, I'm flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1,000,000. I'm platinum. I got my your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky and flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1 million. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring on my pinky and flawless. Like, give me your polish, shining like a ring, like $1 million. I got my girl singing on my back up. I see a bad thing and I'm on my back up, back up. Always so. I ain't finna rock wherever I carry on. Play now, play now, play now. Blinded with the shine, 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 blinded with the shine. Play now, play now. Blinded with the shine, 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 blinded with the shine. Play now, like.
Oh, I'm so thrilled to be with you right now.
I'm happy you're here.
Thank you. And of course, you know, in honor of you, Big Freedia, and your new single, Platinum, I have listened to that single, and it inspired me to write something about you. So
Okay.
I want to share it with you now. There is no better time than now to hear from Big Freedia.
Oh, yes, you better believe it.
That's because Freedia almost always finds a way to cut through the noise of life and challenge music lovers to find the value in exactly where they are, in their surroundings, in their experiences, and in themselves. This is a frequent trope in New Orleans music, and Freedia has made it a cornerstone of bounce. Freedia's music is loud, booty shaking, and the language can be provocative.
Oh, yeah.
But the lyrics are a personal testimony that tells the story of an extraordinary life of work and community, of faith and humor, and of buck-naked ambition
Oh, yes.
and love.
Yes. I love it. That is such an introduction. I love it.
I'm going to sign this for you.
Yes, please, Gwen. I love that.
So congratulations on the new single.
Thank you.
This is a terrific single, Platinum.
Thank you.
I have listened to it many times. I have written down the lyrics because I believe in them.
I appreciate that.
And so where were you and what was on your mind when you wrote this song?
So, I actually wrote the song before the pandemic.
Really?
Yes. And, you know, me and my boyfriend, we decided that we wanted to go into a new direction. Wanted to do something a little funky and edgy, something a little James Brown have a little
nice.
James Brown in the kick. And so we just started writing. You know, we recorded on Magazine at a studio, and
Here in New Orleans on
Yeah.
Magazine Street.
yes.
Not far from where you came up.
Yes,
Right?
not far at all. And we just went in and had a funky beat, and you know, Platinum is what we came up with.
Well, it's an extraordinary sound. It is very danceable, and at the same time, the music is actually nutritious.
It is.
It's nutritious music.
It is.
The lyrics, especially, you know, and it's amazing that you say that you made this, you wrote this record or this song before the pandemic hit, because of course there's a timelessness to it.
Yes.
It's so timely right now.
It is.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I recorded a lot during the pandemic and right before the pandemic, and so a lot of the songs that's going to be on this project, you know, were at least a year old. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you know what this is my theory, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, of course. But I think that Platinum, the lyrics to Platinum, they contextualize mourning. We mourn for so much in our lifetimes.
We do.
Every day, whether it's a pandemic or whether it's not a pandemic.
Really do.
And yet, what you're doing is you're reminding people that though it's easy to dwell on the terrible losses that we all experience, that whoever is still alive should also remember to be grateful.
Yes.
And that you have a responsibility as the person who's alive, who's actually lucky enough to be driving by the cemetery,
Yes.
to live your life to the fullest.
Most definitely. And you know, I've had many losses in my life, and God has been continuing to carry me through all of it, and I just want to continue to reflect some of those pains through my music and to let people know that there's still light and hope at the end of the tunnel.
It's amazing, though. I mean, I'm still kind of buzzing just realizing that you wrote this before the pandemic.
Yes.
Because, you know, when you were sitting down with your paramour to write this, you know, were you thinking, I'm going to write a song that's going to inspire people to keep pressing on?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, each time I'm going into the studio, there's a message in a song that I want to get across. So, you know, with Platinum is definitely that message, you know, and every time I'm recording, I want somebody to get something out of the music. And, you know, cause I get something out of it. I do it because it gives me enjoyment. It gives me another chance of hope and a little bit light and sunshine in my day. So I want to do that for my fans.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. You know, I remember there was an artist who said once after writing a song, I don't want to record this song because that means I'm going to have to sing it every day, and I don't want to sing a sad song every day.
Yeah, really though.
You know, it's amazing. And so it's funny, also the timing of this song in terms of the writing and then its release, because it reminds me a little bit of Irma Thomas. You know, because, you know, during Hurricane Katrina, you know, Irma Thomas lost everything in her house. I mean, she lives out in eastern New Orleans. Eastern New Orleans was just inundated with water. She had to leave the city, move to Donaldsonville for a while.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but soon after the storm, she reached a point where she said, I don't want to talk about this storm anymore. I want to keep going. I want to talk about things that I'm doing. I want to talk about the future.
Yeah, most definitely. I had tons of interviews and things I had to do after Katrina, but you know, if we got through Katrina, we can get through anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you know what else is interesting about that story? She had done, just like you, most of the material for her release the next year, called After the Rain, Before the Storm. And so many of those songs seemed appropriate for post-Katrina.
Yeah.
And that was the album that won her the Grammy.
That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to my girl, Miss Irma Thomas, baby. That's my girl there.
And that might be your story, too.
Yes, yes.
It just
Oh,
may.
you platinum.
There you go.
Cheers.
Now tell me, Freedia, have you or people you love been afflicted with the COVID-19, with the virus?
Yes, a couple of people that I know around me, I've had it. Yeah, a couple of my team members had it, and so it has definitely affected people that's around me and in my circle. I lost 2 friends to COVID. So this year, you know, this past year has just been really rough. You know, losing people that's near and dear. All of us fighting for our lives, but through the grace of God, I'm still here to be able to talk about it.
Thank you. That's very true. And you're too young for the vaccine right now.
I am.
Well, hopefully that will change in the months to come.
Yeah.
But stay young, my friend.
Most
Stay
definitely,
young.
most definitely. As long as I can. Bones getting a little old, Gwen.
It's not your bones people are worried about. They're worried about your tush.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, in a way, Platinum, it's a song that in many ways it promotes balance, how to balance your life, always to realize that there's joy going on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very meaningful. There's a stanza in the song in which you say, "You got shoes, go and glide.
Yes.
You got a roof, set it on fire.
Yes.
If you can move, bust it wide."
Yes.
What's the last line? Don't tell me about a bad time.
No, not at all. Listen, you can't, you know, do all these things and then expect to have a bad time. You got to enjoy life, you know, and like we said, you know, all the grief and mourning and sad times that we have in our lives, you got to live every day like it's your last day and enjoy life, because you just never know.
You must have to remind yourself of this often.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That's it.
I try to live like every day is my last day here, and so I just want to enjoy life.
You know, I often want to do that, but then midday I realize I've spent a lot of hours complaining, or I've spent a lot of hours feeling down or something like that.
I try not to complain, and I try not to feel down. I try to bring joy in any kind of way that I can.
Well, it's a terrific song, and I hope everybody hears it. And not only hears it, but internalizes it.
Yes,
you
and
know?
I hope it go platinum.
Let it go platinum.
Yes.
Why not?
Let platinum go platinum.
Thank you. You have helped so many artists go platinum.
I know.
So it seems to
Several
me,
times.
several times, exactly, that it seems like you deserve a little platinum yourself.
I do.
Oh my
It's
word!
time.
When I think about all the artists who you have supported over the years, and their records would never be the same without your voice on them, and that goes from Beyonce to Drake to
Shout out to all
so
the heavy
many.
hitters.
Exactly.
You know, and I appreciate all those moments. Every last one of them.
Oh my goodness! And so let me ask you a little bit about the upcoming EP. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right then. So your EP is expected in the coming months, right?
It is.
Now, how many songs do you remember on that EP?
We're gonna do 5.
5.
Yeah.
How come you don't want to do a whole album?
Well, I mean, that's coming soon. We're actually about to release Freedia Greatest Hits Volume 2,
Nice.
where we have a collection of all of my hits from over the years from 2010 up until current now.
Really?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a nice album.
So is Crazy going to be on that album?
No, Crazy has not made it on that one.
Oh, come on.
No, it hasn't.
That was a good one.
It was, but it's all the ones that really hit hard and have the big numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Oh, well. Well, that's a deep dive.
it is. we have to have selective, to all of these songs. We have to do these selections. We put them all in the pool, and then we looked over, all of my social medias and all of my music catalog and see who was the top songs.
Right. Sort of a scientific approach.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. But you have such wonderful songs on this EP. One of my favorites is Betty Bussett.
Oh, that's one of my favorites
Oh
too.
my gosh, it's so funny.
It is. Betty gonna be busting it, baby. And I have some great ideas for like video and concepts, like a little Betty Boo shaking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Betty Boop is really, I can't believe you haven't used her before.
Oh, don't
You know what I mean,
worry,
as
she's
an
gonna be
icon.
used now. She's gonna be busting it.
She is going to be busting it. Because, it reminds me a little bit of that song Sally Racket that you used to do with Katie Red.
with Sally Racket, yes.
Which is like a schoolyard kind of song. It reminds you of childhood, but it's exactly what happens on the schoolyard where you're like, ooh, let me tell you about Betty Bussett.
Yes, honey, yes. It's a fun song. I enjoy doing that. I was so excited and full of energy that day.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And so, are you a Betty Bussett?
I'm definitely a Betty Bussett.
Now tell the good people who Betty Bussett is.
Well, the Betty Bussett that you're going to see all over, you're going to see all kind of Bettys busting it open on the internet once the song come out.
I know one of your ads should be, forget the Karens, we're talking about the Bettys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely have to use that line.
You can have it. You can have it. It's free. But that's the thing about Betty Bussett. She's a tough girl. She doesn't take much off of people.
She don't.
And she's but at the same time, she's funky.
She like to have fun, too. Yeah, she like to have fun. It's going to be a party. Betty is coming to turn the party out. Everybody that's going to be dancing to this going to come to turn it out.
So what does Bussett mean?
We about to shake. You know we about to shake. We about to bust it wide open. Wide open, wide open.
I like it. I like it. Oh my goodness. And so let me ask you this, there's another song on the album which seems very, all of your songs in many ways seem autobiographical, but this one really seems like an entry from your diary, which is One More Time.
Yeah.
And it's every time I'm in the city and they always show me love. I've been all around the world, but I can't seem to get enough.
Yes, it's a song that just really explains my journey, and just one more time, I gotta remind y'all, who I am, the work I've put in, the things I've done, and New Orleans always has been my biggest supporters and carried me so many years with this music, and I just gotta keep reminding people, New Orleans, we do it.
That's true, but it must be exhausting.
Well, it gets tiresome.
Yeah.
I'm human. It gets tiresome just like everything else. But, what gives me energy is the fans and the opportunities and so many things that come with it, the love and support.
And one of the hooks of the song is F it up one more time.
Oh yeah,
right?
you got to mess it up one more time. Before you got to have it on your resume.
I'm thinking about putting it on mine actually. So but that's a term, mess it up F it up. You know what I mean? These are terms that suggest mistakes being made. And yet you're not talking about mistakes. You're talking about just applying all of your energies to something positive, it seems.
Yeah, definitely. It is something positive. You know, just putting in the work and get the rewards.
But do the rewards come fast enough?
I mean, sometimes you have to. Sometimes people be impatient, but you have to just continue to be humble and be patient, and let things happen when they happen. God's timing is always perfect.
Well, you make a point, but you know, there's a wonderful line in an Aretha Franklin song when she's talking about a man, and she says, "It's as if he paid too much for what he got." And that happens often in show business.
Yeah.
People work their buns off.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, and yet they in some way feel as if they put in more than what they got out of it. Do you ever have those feelings?
I mean, I definitely have those feelings. You know, that's life, and you have to remind yourself, the more you put in, the more you get out. You know, a lot of times you have to invest way more before you see the resources come back.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
It's just like going to school. You have to go to school and put the work in and get your education in order to become something and start to make money back. And it takes us how many years to go through school?
True.
You know, and then if you want to go to college, it takes even more years. So you have to put the work in order to get the benefits.
Well, that makes sense. And actually, whenever, everybody feels that way once in a while in their careers. You know what I mean? I'm paying too much for what I'm getting. But I have to say, one of the things that I almost always remember is, no one has to like you. No one has to come to your show. No one has to do anything. And so, you have to, in many ways, put out the love and the good energy in order to get the love and the good energy.
You do.
Yeah.
You have to invest in yourself. You have to put a lot into investing in yourself.
It reminds me of a story in your book, God Save the Queen Diva, which I just absolutely love.
Thank you.
And, we've talked about it before, actually, you and I, but this is an experience, an event that you set up at the Pressing Onward Baptist Church when you were a very young person.
Yes.
It was a fashion show.
Yes, the fashion show and Feed the Hungry.
Yeah, for children. And the parents said, well, we don't have the money for the fashions that a child might need to be in a fashion show. And you said, let them wear whatever they have on.
Come as you are.
Come as you are.
That's how it should be.
And that's what many of your songs talk about. You're telling people to be as they are.
Be you. I'm being me. I'm not trying to change for nobody.
Which takes me back to platinum, actually. Because
platinum.
It's true, platinum. And there's that great line in platinum where you say, this is the part. Give me your polish. Shine it like a ring on my pinky. I'm flawless. Look at that.
Both of the pinkies are flawless.
They are flawless. Exactly. Shine it like a ring, like a million. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Shine it like a ring, like $1 million. Exactly. I just love that. You know what I mean? The idea that, that you can, in an era when no one feels anything near perfect, that you can tell people that even in their imperfections sometimes you can be flawless.
You can.
I love that.
You can. You got to believe, and you got to like go within here. It's all within here.
It's all within there. Oh my gosh. And so, much to my disappointment, you shut down your program on Fuse TV. Which was a wonderful reality show and
Thank you.
And unusually wholesome, one would think, for a bounce performer. It's about family and people loving each other and what your Uncle Percy's doing and what
it was about me and my life and the way that I was raised, and a lot of people really miss the show. I miss it as well, but that was a part of my life we have moved on, and hopefully a new show will be coming soon.
Hopefully so. But can you tell us a little bit about some of the characters that we came to love?
I mean, my mom was one of,
Yes, Miss Vera.
Yeah, I had Devin, my partner. I had Tootie. I had my whole team.
Yes.
And
Uncle Percy.
Of course, Uncle Percy. He was a big part of, keeping things smooth between the whole family.
Yes.
And he was so creative and so loving and kind. He taught me a lot, and I miss him dearly. The show had many great characters on it, and we had a blast doing it.
Absolutely. I bet looking at some of the reruns, you must look at it like a family album.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It gives me moments to see in that time of my life where we created memories for me and my family and my team.
Do you think you might record with Katie Red again?
Hopefully so.
I mean, you all seem to have an awful lot of fun on the records.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We're not a jam on a record. We just take it back to Josephine and the Mel Child.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Josephine Street. Oh my goodness. And so I'm going to ask you another question. One last question about the upcoming EP. And the EP. What's the title of the EP?
Well, we're still working on the title. It's still a working title. That's my last decision. But I have a few names in the works.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one as a surprise though.
Okay. Well, talk a little bit about BDE. Now there are a lot of acronyms in music.
Yes.
Okay. And but BDE seems to be a particularly strong acronym and particularly suited to you.
Yeah, it's talking about energy, and it's talking about the type of energy that people portray. And this energy, it's saying big energy, but it's
Indeed.
It's also telling women the type of energy that they have, as well. Even not being a man and not having a big penis, but still everybody can have this type of energy. And so it's a great song.
It is.
You have a lot of people that's very arrogant and feel chesty about their energy.
Yes.
And so this gives them an opportunity to really put some initials with their energy.
It's true. It's like one step beyond put on your grown-up panties and go out and get out there and do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But this is like more.
It is.
More.
A lot more.
But it's really, really worth listening to.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, it's strange. People write all kinds of self-help books, but but every song of yours seems to be a self-help song.
It is. Why don't you help yourself?
Exactly. Cheers. It's true. And so now before we get too far away from the pandemic, because we've been dealing with that lately, I want to ask you, because you have been doing all kinds of programs on YouTube. You've done live events where you have been cooking for people. You cook and pray.
I do.
And then sometimes you pray and cook.
Yes.
Yeah. And all. And so what really, and this is a serious question, what is the secret to booty poppin' biscuits?
The booty poppin' potatoes? Well, the secret is really, the sauce, just really putting it together.
Really?
It's very simple. I like to make sure that I have the right sausage.
Okay.
For the flavor. And
what's the right sausage then?
D&D is my go-to for the booty poppin' potatoes.
Okay.
And really, and that Tony Saturin.
That does work.
That's it. That's all you need. You got it popping right there.
Well, what are you doing with the biscuits then?
Well, that's when I do the bend over biscuit benedict.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. The bend over biscuit benedict.
Yes.
How could I have lost that one? How could I have forgotten that name?
Well, that's the BBB. And not the Better Business Bureau.
And so what's the secret to that?
Oh, well, that's those nice large shrimps with that Alfredo sauce with the egg fried on top all over this nice biscuit. But it's a booty biscuit.
Dang.
I take like my spoon holder that's shaped like two little buns.
Yeah.
And I flatten the biscuits out into that, and then it kind of shapes up like a butt. And then I throw it on top of that, slap it all on there. And you got a bend over biscuit benedict, girl.
Well, I'm happy about that. And
I'm going to have to cook you one.
I really would look forward to that,
yes,
I have to say.
I got you.
I really would. And so how do you eat all this stuff and remain as svelte as you are?
Well, I'm always shaking.
Well, that's true.
I'm shaking it right back off. You got to wiggle it right off, y'all.
Wiggle it right right? Oh.
I miss being on the road because I will be wiggling it off.
And so, do you have any sense of when you might be heading back out there? I mean, obviously the vaccine is making some progress
Once
nationwide.
everybody take the vaccine, we're going to get back out there.
Yeah.
We want the world to be safe. We want, everything to open up. But the only way to do that is to get the vaccine. If everybody get the vaccine, we can see our way back to opening the world.
Exactly. One tush at a time.
One tush at a time. And we're going to wiggle across America.
Big Freedia, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
It is just a joy.